Hey Keith, for your workout today, okay, you're going to do your run first, and what's important to do about that is you gotta try to run hard, and that 75%. I don't think you have a heart rate monitor or anything to monitor yourself for that, but what you want to try to do is you're going to base it off of your own effort, and you're just going to try to say, off of obviously 100% would be an all-out sprint. So when you run fast or you run hard, that you're running about 75%, okay? That's just an estimate, but you want to try to get there, about 3/4 of your top end speed. On the opposite end, the longer time you're going to go a little bit slower, okay? So if you need to, you can go 15:45. I think I have 20. I don't know what I gave you. It's either 20:40 or it's either 15:45, and again, that'll be tough. That'll be tough. So try to stay in with those areas and try not to go on the first ones, where you're going really, really fast. It's going to get tough. Okay, so just stick with it, and you're going for duration. So again, when it's time to run hard, run hard. When it's time to run your 25% speed, do that. Okay, so for the mobility series, you can do 10 to 15 reps of each of these. It's about mobility. Okay, we want to create mobility. So the key is that we're going to give ourselves stability. So we're going to have a stable environment to create mobility after our 20 minutes of running here. And I would probably take about a few minutes to cool down after your run, because if you do the run correctly, it should be pretty tough for you. Okay, so I'll try to show you here just really quickly those 7 kind of things: the ankle, the T-spine, and then those 5 elements of the hip. I'll show you, all 7 ways of our mobility that I want you to do for today. Okay, so the first one, ankle wall rockers, really simple. I'm going to fly through these. Okay, so we do these all the time. Just hold yourself against the wall or something. A split stance, both toes trying to be forward, and just driving forward. If you can tap, nice and easy through the ankles, keeping your heels down. Obviously, both sides. To make it 3-dimensional, we go with a wide stance, on each side, and then a crossover stance. Again, both toes forward, trying to keep the heels down, and our bodies are supporting us. We want to drive through the ankles. So that's the first one. All right, next one, and we said type 1 and type 2 motion. We want to hold on to something. If you could see, I got a wall here, kind of. I'm going to use a split stance, and I've opened up my chest, okay? So I'm rotating to the left. I'm going to take my right hand into flexion, all right, in the same direction. All right, and I'll do about 10 to 15. I'll go a little longer, a little slower. You can use the Jungle Gym for this as well, and I know you have the TRX, so use that, okay? Obviously, I go with the other side, all right? That's type 2 motion, all right? Both go in the same direction. We look for rotation and flexion, okay? Now, the other one is type 1 motion, which is opposite direction. So you can kind of see here, let me move over here, you can kind of see I got one hand in rotation, one hand in flexion, but they're going in opposite directions. My left hand is going to my right hand is coming back to my left. So opposite directions now with that one. Obviously, I'd use both sides. Again, TRX would be great for that, okay? And with your body position, you have to kind of go lateral. So the TRX would be coming this way, hold on, and drive, okay? And obviously, opposites, and then it would open you up and drive that hand. Again, big, slow ranges of motion. It's holding you stable. You're driving the motion, okay? Hip rockers for the front of the hip extension, okay? Hold on to something. I got a chair here. I want to lengthen out, obviously. I'm just going to drive my hip down to the ground. About 10 to 15, nice, slow, and rhythmical. All right, both sides. Okay, again, you can use some different stances, too, to make it more 3-dimensional. Wide stance, cross stance. You can mess with the front toe. Squatting. Use the TRX, okay? You're holding on, nice and easy. Have it from a high position if you can, and just kind of sit, lengthen out that back, lengthen out your hips. All right, nice and easy there. 10 to 15. Use some different stances. Go with a wide base. Maybe stagger the feet just a little bit. Toe it out, toe it open. If you don't have the TRX for whatever reason, just hold on to something. Just hold on and sit. Just kind of lengthen. Again, you're lengthening the whole posterior side by doing that. Okay. Moving on quickly here, internal rotation to the hip, all right? Just kind of hold on to something, get in your peg stance, okay? If you can see my feet, I'm in the peg stance, and all I'm going to do is, here's my support, here's the peg, all right? Here's the hip I'm going to look at. I'm just going to kind of rotate, and just going to reach a little bit, and maybe I actually bring this hand across and just kind of, again, that's the one where we kind of nice and easy, just swinging that hand around, okay? If I had no stability, I would just be here. And again, that one's pretty easy to do without anything. Alright, so internal rotation of the hip, nice and easy. You might actually want to do like 20 of those. That's a big one for you. That's a tough one, okay? So internal rotation. Now external rotation, we're going to use a box, okay? If you don't need a box, you could just go on the ground, but I'll show you, again, with just a chair. Let me show you from your point of view. Open toe, okay, which is important. Body faces this way. Drive my hands up about 5-10 times. I'll lean it. I'll twist it. I can take body position now instead of my body here. I'll take my body here and drive it. I can drive it up and down here, and I'll twist it from here. Okay? So there's really 6 different ways to just turn my body here or here. Okay? And obviously, other side. And then finally, hamstring. You can use a box. You can use a chair like I have. Okay? If you can hold on to something, you put it in the middle of a doorway, you can really hold on to give yourself more stability. And I'm just going to have a slight bend in the knee, take my upper body up and down. Maybe I'll reach a little bit in rotation. Rotation. I can turn that foot. I want to maintain this foot staying forward and moving my body up and down. Okay? So, those are 5 ways of the hip, upper body, thoracic spine, and then the ankle. Okay? So, I'm going to shut up. Good luck with it. And that should tell you everything you need to know there. Good luck. See you tomorrow.